disgusting. And they're disgusting displays of everything that's wrong with police forces in America today. Let's get to this story first. In North Carolina, a 24-year-old former football player for Florida A&M University, Jonathan A. Ferrell, was shot and killed by police. What happened was Ferrell apparently was involved in a car wreck off of a northeast Charlotte road early Saturday morning. He went to a local residence, I guess possibly the first. I mean, I don't know how the communities are set up down there, but I'm going to assume by how this story is presented, the houses aren't very close together.
Yeah.
So this man, Ferrell, went to a house seeking help. A woman answered the door, thought it was her husband coming home from work. When she didn't recognize Ferrell, she immediately called 911 at 2:30 a.m. reporting a robbery attempt. I would like to make a note right now. Maybe this isn't what this woman was thinking, but you have to believe that this would have went a different way with the police's handling of it if this man wasn't a young African-American male. So let's get back to the story. Officers responded to the woman's breaking and entering call and discovered Ferrell, and they realized that he matched the woman's description of the robbery suspect. They approached him, and according to officers, Ferrell allegedly charged them. I'm going to say that this is their way of writing that he ran towards them, probably seeking help because he realized he wasn't getting any from the house. Apparently, one of the officers stunned him with a taser. He apparently allegedly continued to run towards the responding officers. Something, again, that I can't imagine that. I don't know.
The story doesn't make sense.
That's when Officer Randall Kerrick, fired his gun, striking Ferrell multiple times, which means multiple shots were fired. Ferrell was pronounced dead at the scene.
It's horrible.
A preliminary investigation found that Ferrell, the young man looking for help, was unarmed.
Right.
Authorities, after first saying the encounter was appropriate and lawful, now say that the investigation showed the shooting was excessive. I'll say. And Kerrick
killing people usually sort of excessive.
And Officer Kerrick did not have a lawful right to discharge his weapon during this encounter. Kerrick has been charged. He was arrested and charged and released on $50,000 bail. What he's being charged with is voluntary manslaughter. So, I mean,
wow.
The other officers who were with Officer Kerrick, who were responding to the breaking and entering call, Officer Thornhill Little and Officer Adam Neal, have been placed on administrative leave pending the outcome of the investigation. This is a horrible story, and I really think it would have been handled differently if Jonathan Ferrell was not a young black male. He was clearly in trouble, looking for help. I'm going to assume he was injured. I'm going to assume maybe he was, maybe, I don't know if there was another person.
Maybe he was trying to get help for another person who was still at the scene.
Yes, that's what I was going to say, but there's no reports of another person. Maybe it's just not in this story, but this is just a horribly sad story, and it's becoming clear that if you want to be able to kill someone and get away with it, or just get a slap on the wrist, I think becoming a cop is a good way to do that. Let's get to the story.
I just think you always need to add the fact that, and I mean this really sincerely, like even the guy, there's a guy who emails sometimes who's a police officer. There are people in this profession who obviously do a very honorable and good job.
Oh, listen.
No, I know. I'm not even saying it to to cover for you. I'm just saying they have to be so concerned about, we saw it in that Bradley Balco when he was on, and just these endless cases in the next story you're going to get to, I think, of where is the accountability on these issues and this kind of, and the racial dynamics of it, and this going always to this maximum use of force is really stunning. And if you're a cop who cares about your job, which obviously most really do, I mean, you have to be involved in reform efforts on this to the extent you can.
I 100% agree.